Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84. So we're looking here today. I've just got out from my front room, my largest by a long way Surinam cherry, Eugenia Uniflora. And I actually bought this one a few years ago before Brexit from, I think it was the Italian or Dutch seller now, can't remember. Defoliated quite badly the first year. It tends to sort of drop a lot of leaves in winter because it doesn't like the winter growing conditions indoor. Hasn't been as bad this year. I mean, having said that, it's probably lost, forget those leaves there, it has dropped a lot. I mean, it's probably lost about 60 or 70% of its leaves, but there are quite a few still left on the plant. It even flowered a bit a month or two ago, and amazingly enough, there's actually a there's a tiny little embryo fruit on it, which I don't think will actually amount to anything, but it's quite sort of, it's got a lot of very sparse spindly branches on it, and I think it's a little bit too tall. And I think a bit like the cherry guavas, I think they benefit from being given a bit of a hard pruning to encourage new growth and then hopefully flowers. Funny enough, it didn't flower last summer at all, but it does have a habit of flowering sort of late winter, as it did this year. It had a few flowers on it, I'm thinking about February or March, of which that one fruit set. But really what it wants to be doing is flowering in the sort of early to midsummer. But these fruits only take about 6 weeks from flower to fruit. So the good thing is, if I can get it to fruit in about July, it would have flower in July, it would have fruits on it probably by late August, early September. But ironically, it hasn't flowered outside for me yet. They can be a bit shy on flowering, and then other times they'll be covered. So I'm going to give it a trim back and remove any dead spindly growth and crossing branches, and I'm going to take probably about a good foot off the top, because I don't need it to be any taller. I'd rather it was slightly bushier, but it's a little bit too many branches on it really, and I'm hoping that thinning it down will actually be beneficial, and it might improve its health and get it to possibly flower and even fruit a little bit. The fruits on this one weren't very good. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't like the flavour. They had an unpleasant aftertaste to them. It is they're very resinous sometimes, the fruit on these. Sometimes you get a very good quality fruit on certain cultivars, but unfortunately these seed grown plants are not reliable. As I said, these fruits were not sweet and they were quite resinous and small, but that might be due to the size of the plant at the time when it fruited. So perhaps as it gets bigger, if it produces a few fruits and I don't let it hold too many, maybe the fruits will be bigger, better quality, and of course if they were to be produced in summer, would be sweeter. So I'll give this a prune back. I'm not going to come back and film it afterwards because it won't actually look that much different. I'm just going to thin it down a bit. But I thought that would interest people who like to know about the tropicals and how they're getting on here. The main thing is it's still alive. So that's my Surinam cherry, or Eugenia Uniflora. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. You're welcome to share the video. Obviously click on the bell if you'd like to know when new videos come out, and I'll give it a spray as well. It's got a few mealy bugs on it, but not too bad. Thank you for watching. Catch up with you in the next video. Brett out for now.